First of all, Miami did a great job. Good team, very good team. Um, Took it to us, um, created turnovers. I think they had, you know, 20-some points or so. How many points off our turnovers? 17 points off our turnovers. Problem. Once again, us turning the ball over has been a problem, recurring problem, game after game. Have to do a better job of that. Um, you know, just in the locker room talking to the guys, I want all y'all to understand what I'm about to say. There's not one player in that locker room that I don't love. Love. With that, um, they have to get better. And because of that, I'm going to take the criticism, the blame, because I love them and I want them to figure it out and I want them to be successful. So I'm blaming myself. I'm not going to blame them. And I hope they have enough pride and fight within themselves to understand what it is to be coached with love, what it is to represent a community like this that's a basketball community. The fact that you got that jersey on your back means something. The fact that this program has a history that's really unparalleled to a lot of universities. No matter what you've been through in your past, you have to get over it and heal and go and fight, because it's about, this university, this community, but there's another thing it's about, the name on the back, your families, yourself. Who are you? So I'm going to take the blame for it. They haven't been able to get what I'm trying to see. They don't see themselves the way that I see them. And I'll just be honest with you on that, the way I see them. I don't see us as the most talented team. And for me, there's only one way for us to win, and that's to play with real desperation, real fight, real determination, inch by inch, yard by yard, in every aspect of the game. On the offensive end, I want it to look like it looks on the defensive end, a together group that when a player makes a mistake, which all players make, somebody has his back. We're the fourth tallest team in college basketball, so they say. Well, I don't see shot blocking. I don't see contesting at the rim. That's a problem for me. When things get bad, I don't see us fighting through adversity. I see us splinter. That's a problem for me. We talk about it, we work on it, we fight through it, we simulate it in practice. We talk about the responsibility for each other, to lift each other up. We haven't been able to do it in a game yet, and, it's a problem that we got to fix. In no way am I saying, I'm not still encouraged. I am. I know that this is going to get fixed, and I'm up for the challenge. I'm not giving up. No coach on the staff is giving up. We're going to work harder, if that's even possible. We're going to demand more, if that's even possible. I wish I could go to one player, two player, three players that's on the bench and they give me what I'm looking for so that I can teach other lessons. I don't have that because I watched the guys that came into the game, they made the same mistakes as the guys that were in the game. That has to be corrected. I'm looking for guys that will sacrifice for this team, that trust their teammates, and that has to happen in order for us to win a game. There has to be some sacrifices made. Questions?
Kenny, when you talk about some of those intangible things, the effort stuff, the togetherness stuff, how much of your problem is coming from that, and how much of it is execution, being in the right place, rotating when you're supposed to, that sort of stuff?
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both, but we talk about it, we work on it, we simulate it, we watch a bunch of film. They just hadn't figured it out yet. And if they have figured it out, they hadn't figured it out long enough yet.
Yeah, you guys started out shooting the ball pretty well. I think you were 7 for your first 14, but you had 5 turnovers in the first 5 minutes, which stopped you from getting going. Are the turnovers caused just by guys trying to do too much, guys being careless, not concentrating? What are you seeing?
That's a great question. I would tell you that some of the turnovers you can't even draw up. And what I mean by that, we set a cross screen, the guy's wide open, nobody's near him, the screen was excellent, he's open in the block, some kind of way the ball ends up out of bounds. Impossible. We come off a dribble handoff, and for whatever reason, the dribble handoff gets lost, which I rarely see. They get a layup some kind of way. Those are the plays that it may be focus, it may be concentration, it may be a casualness to it that we have to correct because it's happening over and over and over again. Where, we talk about great ball movement, we talk about spacing, we talk about if the ball is on the right wing and you're up top and the pass comes to you, the one place you cannot drive it is where it came from. Well, we had 4 or 5 turnovers where a guy caught the ball, jabbed like he was going to drive it left, drove it right into a defender that was guarding the corner with a passer, turnover. When are you going to learn? I'm saying this, it may be my fault. I'm trying to get them to understand it. Evidently, I'm doing something that's not clicking. That may make some people happy to hear me say that. I don't know, but I'm not going to let the kids not understand what love is. I'm going to take the blame for their ailments, for their failures, because that's what I'm paid to do, one. But more importantly, being paid to do it. That's what true love is. I know what I work on every day. I know that I'm going to turn this program around. I know what their hearts are. I know what they say they want. It's on me to make sure I give them that.
Kenny, a lot of people, Dick Vitale today on Twitter among them, have asked the question, how did they not get more help in the portal? The transfer portal is out there when you get here. How did you not upgrade some of the talent in the offseason? What do you say to that question, to that criticism?
Well, 2 days ago or yesterday, a guy called me who has players that had no idea what the ruling of the NCAA was. He still thought, like most people, that we're probably going to get the death penalty. So, again, there was a period where this program, competitors, people were saying, why would you ever go to Louisville? They're not going to be able to play college basketball. That hurt, for whatever reason, we didn't get the kids. The timing of it was bad. The ruling came at a time where it didn't allow us to really get the kids, even though we targeted some kids, and they're at other places having success. And they couldn't see, and I can't be upset at them because nobody knew what the ruling was going to be. So hopefully that answers your question.
After what you talked about this week with those guys showing the video of the Jalen play, that kind of stuff, what did you think about the effort on the whole? And then also, what maybe did you see when you tried pressing a little bit after the game was out of hand, and is that something you might try earlier in games going forward?
I saw us on the floor more. There may have been 3 possessions where we dove on the floor, which was great. That means they're capable of learning and getting it and doing it. We just have to emphasize it more. The pressing part, you have to be solid. In this game, when you're playing a team that's good offensively with good offensive players, you have to be solid. So there may be times when I may want to press, and I'm like, I just don't. I don't want to give up a 3 to a guy that can, where we get lost and then all of a sudden a 3. Well, better yet, I want to play zone because I know they may not be as comfortable in zone and we get 2 stops in a row and the momentum's coming our way, and then they throw it to the middle and the guy cuts and they get a dunk. I want to be solid. I want to be solid. I need them to understand that being fundamentally sound defensively, being solid defensively can help us. Don't just give up plays where you're not paying attention, where you're not focused for a split second and someone gets something. So, yes, I want to press more, but they determine how much I press. They meaning our team.
Kenny, I know there's just speculation more than anything else. There's nothing to it, I guess, right now. But obviously, Coach Crum's health has been a big topic of conversation on Twitter recently and social media. Take a step back. Just what does he mean to you? And, I mean, even to this day.
Well, I can say this. 2 days ago, me and Milk called Susan because we heard that his health may be an issue. And she says, Kenny, he really hadn't spoken. He's just been laying in the bed. And let me see if he will talk to you. And he gets on the phone, and I say, Coach, I love you. Milk yelled out he loved him. And he was like, I love you guys too. I mean, it meant the world to me. It meant the world to Milk. To have him have the courage, the strength to just say hello and I love you. And then we said, keep fighting, Coach, keep fighting. And he was shaking his head. The man means the world to me. He is Louisville basketball. I wouldn't be the player, the person, the human being I am today if it wasn't for him. He gave me a great foundation. And we all need to say our prayers to keep him uplifted and strong.